Ja, hallo erstmal. Hello erstmal. I thought I leave this image here with starting soon until a few people arrive, but well, hello Marcus 7759. Welcome to the stream. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, and everything is in order, and you can see the image good. I hope it's sharp enough. What we are doing today is training Gold NMM. Oh, and we have another chatter. Gold fish wish. Goldfish wishes. Hello. So, what are you guys up to right now besides watching this stream? Do you have anything on your workbench? So, let's pull that here back a little bit and the camera back a little bit. Okay. Just the light. And here we go. Okay, what I've done so far is I've base coated the miniature in Rhinoxide. Nothing else at the moment for me. And marker, I have now started my Biotitan. Even more happy, tentacles. Nice, nice. So, like I said, base coated in Rhinoxide. And then I started my first highlight. This is this color here. This is a 50-50 mix of Scrag Brown and XV88. Those two colors here. And then I have highlighted it with Avalanche Sunset. And even more Avalanche Sunset. And then I have used this ice yellow here from scale 75. That's where we're at so far. I'm using my Da Vinci Harbin Kolinsky brush, size 4, for this. So add a little bit more water to the paint. So a Biotitan. Did you get that from Forge World, or did you 3D print it? So the reason why I'm training Gold NMM right now is there is a painting competition in my local GW store, and The entries are due to the 20th of this month. I have already entered a squad and a single miniature, my little ultramarine squad and my Terminator captain, but I am planning to paint up this little Stormcast Eternal here that I get as a free miniature from the GW store yesterday. And yeah, right now I'm training to paint him up. So for marker, I had the luck to grip it for cheap on eBay. It's OG Forge World. It has been sitting in my cellar for some time. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Biotitans are quite a fancy miniature. Quite large at that. So, how big is he? Let's compare him to maybe an Imperial Knight or maybe a Warlord, Warhound Titan. Are you any good at playing or just painting? From Proximo 90. I have no idea if I'm any good at playing because I'm so rarely fielding my miniatures. I wish I had the opportunity to play more, but well, it is what it is. My playgroup has left me, and I have a gaming table in my basement. You all have seen that, maybe on Facebook, maybe here on YouTube, but I have nobody to play with. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And in my local Games Workshop store, playing besides test games and here and there a little event, there is no playing anymore. And I don't have a normal local hobby store where one could maybe possibly get some games in. And I don't have a car to drive to other cities or something like that. So I'm pretty much stuck at not playing much. So I can't answer your question. Sorry. Let me run and take a measure. Okay. So right now there's no music here in the background. I simply have not yet come across a good royalty-free music playlist that I could play in the background. So if you want to have music, then you should provide yourself with your own music. So on the base it is 30 centimeters tall, so same height as a warhound, but it's way more bulky. Yeah, okay, warhound Titan size. That's quite a hefty motor. Definitely. Indubitably. So, no experience so far with painting, by the way. How do you do in a rented flat? I'm in a bit of fear for the resin gas and stuff. Well, resin miniatures don't gas off anything, so when they're a solid miniature, they're absolutely safe to handle. And for your 3D printing purposes, the 3D printer itself is completely sealed off. So while printing, there's no gassing off. And the bottles are also closed, so also no gassing off. And while I'm printing, when I'm getting the miniature out, I'm obviously venting my air here with my window. Also, people make it out that resin gas is so absolutely toxic and deadly. Uh, let's be honest here. If it would be super toxic and deadly, you wouldn't be able to buy that stuff. So the only thing that is really, really toxic for you is resin dust in the air. So when you're filing your resin miniatures, then you definitely need to wear a respirator and have a very well ventilated area. But for the average 3D printer that is running maybe once every 2 weeks, you're absolutely fine. No, nothing really to worry about. Yeah, you correct it here with instead of painting and printing. Okay, that's what I thought. So there's absolutely no need to make any expensive ventilation construction to vent the harmful toxins out of the window or something like that. Any printers you can recommend? Well, you're definitely asking the wrong person for that, because I have a very old 3D printer. This is an Anycubic photon mono, and it's quite old. I got this one secondhand, so I don't have experience in other 3D printers, so I can't give you a recommendation for modern 3D printers. The only thing I can absolutely give you is the resolution of the printer itself isn't the real issue when you're looking for a printer. The issue is the ratio between the resolution of the printer and the size of the print bed. So if you have a printer that is a 7K printer, for example, but he has a super large print bed, it's better at printing than a 7K printer with a smaller print bed, because the 7K are concentrated on a smaller space. You know, that's how that works. So the larger the printer, the higher the resolution must be when you're comparing two printers with each other. Now I feel bad with the snippets of resin sprue of my Titan. Well, when you are snipping resin off, that's not really harmful. When it gets really harmful is when you're taking a bell sander and really going to town on it, and resin dust is flying all over. But when you're going with a knife and slightly shaving off resin parts of your miniature, that's nothing to be worried about. So what I'm doing here is following the painting tutorial from Squidmar. So they are using more of a sketchy, squiggly line paint job to highlight their gold. I don't know if it looks good or bad. You tell me. Okay, so I don't have to fear mutating into a chaos demon yet. Nice. No, that's not how that works. So, so normally I don't paint much non-metallic metal on my miniatures, especially not non-metallic gold. So I'm a little bit rusty with the technique. change out my paint handle. I bought yesterday this one here, but I'm not used to that, and I'm getting a cramp in my hand. That's not good. Yeah, that's more like it. NMM is so much fun. Blended all the stuff together. Yeah, it's a butt full of work, but so satisfying. Yeah. Every time some sort of blending and color mixing is involved, painting gets very exciting. I totally forgot the other side here. Oh, you can't see that, sorry. Hello, Michael Wisman ACBA. Hello, happy Wednesday. Yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. Nice of you to drop by. Today we are painting some Gold NMM, or at least we try to. Or maybe I try to. I don't know if some of you might follow along. So painting the entire miniature in Gold NMM in one go was a mistake. There's so much area to cover. Holy smokes. And there's a bit, and there's a bit, and... Oh, did you forget that one? There's another one. For example, here. I totally forgot that he has a weapon. There's another bit that I forgot. Hello, do you still want the camera paints set? Uh, want is a strong word. I wouldn't mind have it to for testing, but I'm pretty much good now with paints right now. I tried to order it several years ago, but it was out of stock, and since then I've never looked back at that. What I would primarily be more interested in is the new Vallejo game color set, or the new Army Painter set. I have the three. I want to do them away. You want to give away paints? Why? Did you stop painting or something like that? Because the paint needs a wet palette for optimal use, and I don't like that at all. Why do you don't like a wet palette? I just reminded that you said you were looking for them. Well, I'm flattered that you are considering sending me that, but you really don't have to. Haha, too much fuss and I have my own style of painting. Oh, okay. Each their own. There's nothing wrong with not liking something. For example, I don't like dropper bottles. Am I a bad painter because of that? No, definitely not. I'm a horrible painter. But that's besides the point. Where do you decide? Yeah. So for 3 bottles of paint, don't bother. Especially with the um, shipping costs skyrocketing. So, for example, if you are shipping this stuff from America or the UK to me, the price would be triple that of the price of the actual colors. And on top of that, I would have to pay import taxes on that. So it's a nice gesture, but no, thank you. I can send you the paint set, but if you prefer not to, also fine. No, no, there are 3 sets from Holland. 3 entire paint sets? So what sets are we talking about? The 3 sets from Chimera, or what I said before, the set from Vallejo Model Color and Army Painter? Getting a cramp in my hand. I need a little work. The question is, do I like it so far? Hmm. The Chimera Basic Set, 1 pigment. Okay. And the expansion set, uh, and extra the Danilo Kataki set. Okay. I have never heard of that. Oh, why don't we Google that? So, whoop. Can you see that? Ta-da. So, camera sets. What do we have? Okay, Cornell. Camera color set. So, one of this here. This is camera color set 1. Okay, camera colors. So there's the Danilo Kautaki set that you mentioned. Uh-huh. And the expansion set. Camera Pure Pigment expansion set. Then they have Robert Carlson, Fabio. That's from one special artist that put together something. Okay. They are beautiful for mixing because of only one pigment. So Chimera Pure Pigment Expansion Set. That's that one here. By the way, can you see here the website that I've pulled up? Or are you still on the monitor with the miniature? Yeah, it's quite a lot of paint. So let's keep it to the camera. Interesting stuff, definitely. Mm. Let's say it this way. Color me intrigued. You are showing the website. Yeah, wonderful. And now I should be back at the scene with the miniature. That's too watery. The Stormcast looks great already. Thank you. You don't have to decide right now. Take your time. Yeah. So, please forgive my hesitation, but normally I don't dox myself freely to someone I just met on my stream, so that's also an issue. You know what I mean? I don't have a post box where you could send stuff, so I would have to give you my real address, and I'm not so comfortable with it. So I appreciate the offer. It's very flattering, but unfortunately I have to decline. I hope you don't mind, and I don't hurt your feelings. I understand completely. Okay, that's good. So for the painting competition, I wanted first to use this miniature here, but unfortunately, as you can see here, there's a hole inside uh, the belt, and I don't have the bit that goes there. Yes, because my girlfriend and I like your vids from the interview with Terence Cape on. Oh, that's quite old. And also you said live cheesecake listens. I don't get that. Did I say that? Is that really a quote of mine? But you're right, cheesecake is always listening. Cheesecake Espionage Network, CAN. Yes, you were praising cheesecakes. Well, cheesecakes are great. They're one of the greatest inventions of mankind. How could I not? All hail to the cheesecake. How do you find painting NMM? Any tips you have discovered? Well, my main issue is pressure on the paintbrush. How do I explain it properly? Learning the specific skill to very, very gently making these strokes, for example here. And then also altering the amount of water to paint ratio in your bristles so that that you can actually really paint with them with the fine lines, but not too much that it is overflowing. So this is something I can't really teach you guys. This is something you have to learn for yourself. It's muscle memory. It's application over and over and over again. Also sometimes resting periods, pulling back the miniature, looking at the entire thing, where you could improve, where not, where another fine stroke is needed, going back and forth. And now on the internet, when you're watching a painting tutorial, it always looks so super easy. Yeah, here, quick tutorial, do that, this, then, and the third, and bam, you're done. And I'm sitting here painting that for hours and hours. And in the tutorial it was like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's quick and easy. Everyone can do it. Well, if anyone could do it, why does not anyone do it? It's not that easy. Girl painting. For me, in NMM, the most important thing were realistic highlighting and the light effect. Glad you showed that back in the day with painting everything. And the second, as you said, finding the right consistency helps me a lot. Yeah. The right light placement for NMM is quite important. You actually have to look at each part of the miniature like it's a separate entity. So, for example, this leg here, it consists of a sphere up here. Then we have here um, a cone, or how do I call it, a cylinder. Back here we have another cylinder. Then here we have a box. Here we have a half sphere again. And so you have to break up the entire miniature into different chunks of painting environment. It's changing over and over and over at each part. Yeah, sometimes it feels like showing off tutorials, not yours. Yeah, I'm trying to be different in my tutorials. That I'm actually showing what to do, what what paint strokes you have to do, what are the struggles. When I'm finding right in this moment a tip, then I'm telling you that. That's why I never do pre-recordings and talk over them. That's I can't express what I'm trying to teach you with a voiceover. That's not working for me. But unfortunately, without the voiceover tutorials, my tutorials are lacking the je ne sais quoi, the wow effect, and not many people watch my tutorials. And with the invention of the algorithm on YouTube, well, that was basically a death spiral for my channel. From I went from 35,000 views on a video to I'm lucky when I get 300 views on a video. And that, of course, is a big motivation killer. And on top of that, over the years, I wasn't able to really stream because my camera were shutting off halfway through. You might remember some live streams from back in the day. Camera constantly freezing up. And now with my new PC, I'm finally able to do that. Also, I tried streaming on my cell phone, and there was bound by the battery power of that cell phone. And it's quite an old one, and the battery power is not that great again. And therefore, it was limited to maybe an hour or 1.5 hours stream. And with that, you can't really get a hold in this streaming industry if you're not streaming for at least 5, 4, 6, 12 hours, whatever you're not gathering an audience. course, consistency is also a factor. That's where my depression kicks in. I tried to start this stream for several weeks now, but finally I've managed to overcome that hurdle once more and press the start button, and here we are. So to me, it's always inspiring watching live painting beats. Then I start painting as well, painting together, so to say. Yeah, that's also a thing I often do. I watch painting streams often on Twitch. You might come across me here and there in the chat. And I must say, I'm quite a troll on the internet. I'm quite sassy. Let's reset the brush. We have some dried up pigment. Let's clean that up. If you squeeze me for but a second, I have to snooze my nose. Okay. Coming back here. And now with a clean blowhole. Sorry, that sounded wrong. And now my cat says meow. Should I believe her? My gaming club has recently been getting into Horus Heresy. Which legion is your favorite? The Imperial Fist. You know, back in the day I had an Imperial Fist army. Unfortunately, I had to sell it. But I'm a big fan of the Imperial Fist. But I'm not a fan of the Horus Heresy. We fought for years and years and years to have finally Space Marines that are tall enough to be considered Space Marines. And that's what does Games Workshop do? They paddle back and bring us Horus Heresy with even more squatty Space Marines. No thank you. I'm not going back to Firstborn. I love Primaris. No, cats always lie, remember. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But she still insists on meow. She's sitting right next to me and saying meow. Painting a super fine line with a super bright color that is barely covering. It's hard. The whole fluff with the Primaris is kind of random. Never did like it, though liked the models a lot. Yeah, the introduction of the Primaris Marines was a little hit or miss. They tried to have an in-universe explanation for why there are now two different kinds of Space Marines at the same time. Nowadays they're mixing the Primaris and the Firstborn line even more and blurring it with the Terminators and the erosion of the Primaris keyword. Same was true with the Stormcast Eternals. They first introduced the new Stormcast Eternals with different armors as something also totally new, and they have since removed that with the Thunderstrike armor. I also thought that's a stupid idea. I always go with some stupid in-game reason for that. What army do you collect for Lord of the Rings? Well, none. I don't collect Lord of the Rings. Back in the day, I had a tiny little warband of Urukai, but that's it. The miniatures are too small for my taste. I don't like painting Lord of the Rings miniatures. They are too tiny. I'm quite old, you know, and my eyes are not good anymore. Therefore, I need bigger models, and therefore I like Stormcast and big Space Marines like Primaris, you know? Sorry to disappoint. I collect a force for Lord of the Rings 2. A friend of mine is chairman for the EU series for Lord of the Rings Warhammer tournament play. Oh, interesting. What army do you collect for? All. I just love the lore and the movies. I collect many minifigs and make them myself as well, but I do not game, only chess. Yeah, chess is an interesting game as well that you can use miniatures for, definitely. So, by the way, what I'm doing right now, I'm placing here more and more final highlights with the ice yellow, some edge highlights here and there, making the NMM pop. Here, for example, this line here, painting that. Yeah, I've pushed a tiny little bit too hard, and the line is off. Dang it. That's something I can't really teach you. That's, how did Bob Ross say it? Barely touching. 2 hairs and some air. Barely touching. Be gentle and ignore the meowing cat. Do you think a stormcast could fall to chaos? A warpcast? I think a stormcast eternal could fall to chaos, but he wouldn't be a stormcast then anymore, because have you seen the show Black Talon on Warhammer Plus? There you see every time when Neve Black Talon dies, she underwent the trials. Well, every Stormcast does, to see if they are chaos corrupted or not. And only when they succeed in the trials, they get recast or reforged. So you could have a Stormcast Eternal turn to chaos, but when he dies, he's finished. He's no longer a Stormcast Eternal. But since they are all really good goody two-shoes, that's probably not gonna happen. So a little bit similar to Custodes or Grey Knights in that regard. We all love Bob Ross. Yes, we do. By the way, do you hear my cat meowing? She's quite a silent one. She's old, and instead of a real meow, the only thing that comes out is we need a cat cam. Let's see if we can manage that. Hold but a moment. There. That was the cat cam. Well painted cat. So cute. Yeah, I painted a long time on her. This is Angie, by the way. I inherited this cat from my parents. There again, I pressed a tiny little bit too hard, and you see there this smudge. Dang it. It's already dried. So again. Barely touching. Having shaky fingers is not gonna help. Let's move on to something different. So, guys, if you want to show me some work in progress or other pictures on Instagram, you can totally post them in chat. Show me your work. I want to see it. Hello, Rockland. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I don't use Insta. Any other options? Well, you could also go on my Discord and post it there. I can send you an invite link to my Discord. 1 second. Let me have it. There. This is the Discord link. There we go. And then we go to chat. Ta-da! There we have the Discord link. And there you can post it in the showroom finished work or in a work in progress gallery. Whatever you like. So, where were I? Ice yellow. Ice yellow. Okay, we have Martha entering the Discord. Nice, nice. I just have given Angie a little bit of a treat, so she hopefully stops meowing now constantly. Satisfied with that. Fingers crossed. So where else? Down there. Can't get around it. Barely touching. There we go. So I'm still monitoring my Discord, so if you want to post something there, I can also bring it up on camera. Ah, there we have something. Let's go. An old Marine captain. So here we are on my Discord. This is my showroom. Lots and lots of miniatures. So, Marka 77A. I'm still waiting. Uploads what bugged will do again. Okay, fingers crossed. Meanwhile, I will prepare a coffin nail for me. Children, please don't do it. It's harmful and you shouldn't do it. If you don't know what a coffin nail is, good for you. Ah, there we go. Let's have a look. is this a Space Wolf or a custom chapter? I see here a red shoulder pad. From I don't have Insta or Discord or anything. I am so old-fashioned, outdated. Well, getting an Instagram account is a thing of maybe a minute. And you can post there. If you have Facebook, just click on login with Facebook and tada, you're in. And you can upload from your handy or cell phone. Sorry. So, Marka, do you want me to critique this miniature? Get you some tips and tricks and pointers, or just want to show off your miniature? Before I'm critiquing anything, I'm asking for permission. It's a custom chopper. It's a new founding done by Ravenguard and Salamanders, honoring the defense force of a planet. Mm. So they're a mixed chapter of Ravenguard and Salamanders Marines, or what? Or are you going with a gene seed that is a mix of both chapters? Feel free to give hints, but I was like 16 and 17 when I painted that one. Haha. Okay, then I will not all too harshly critique your stuff. So, on first glance, it's definitely painted relatively well. You have done here some shadow work with washes, and I presume you have dry brushed this miniature and to highlight it. I can't see any paint spillovers, so also good work on that part. The freehand here is a little bit scruffy, but it's not so much of a big of a deal. They follow their ideals. Okay, interesting. So on the skin tone, you have also made a nice transition from brown to a Caucasian skin tone, and you have also painted in the eyes. That's also good. Metal is also nice. So for improving that, I would definitely punch up the highlights and giving the armor either A, edge highlighting, or B, a volumetric highlight. You can see that on my miniatures. Let's say here, for example, this one. So you can see here you have edge highlighting on the foot here, and also this transition color from a dark red to a brighter red. See? Also here on the shoulder pad, dark down below, brighter on top. And when we go back to your miniature, you could use a little more highlight gradient from here dark to here highlight. Haha, you are right. I was always shy with highlights. Yeah, I know. When you're starting out, in the beginning, it is harsh to actually, um, well, start the highlighting process. You have the fear of ruining the miniature with starting to highlight, but you have to, well, overcome that hurdle. So be bright, be bold. It's like when Bob Ross is saying, "Okay, let's paint up a tree right here." Bam! In the middle of the painting, it was beautiful, and then bam, 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 blocks out a black tree trunk. And in the beginning, you're screaming for you're ruining the painting, but in the end, there's a beautiful tree. And that's also true for highlighting miniatures. You have to overcome that hurdle of this fear to ruining the miniature and just do it. Just trust the process, and you can achieve great things with that. So, a little bit more highlights, and then maybe some edge highlights here on the gun, and yeah, then we're pretty much done. Thank you for joining. Oh, we have another miniature. Though I was happy with how the face turned out, I feel with the current paints I'm not that good with faces anymore. Oh, really? What gives? Why are the current paints something different than the older in that regard? So we have here an elder model. It looks like a miniature from a weapons platform. He is holding binoculars in the hand and pointing. It looks like he was painted with contrast paints and then some edge highlights here and there. It's looking good. Also the skin tone is looking good. So I have not much to critique on this miniature. You can always overpaint mistakes. Yeah, definitely. Miniature paint is opaque. So anyone else want to show off the miniatures? Just try everything. It's actually no contrast paints. It was several layers of blues, actually glazing, back with old GW paints. Oh, really? Yeah. You did a nice job. Definitely. You have potential. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Don't throw away your brush. You can do it. By the way, this stream is sponsored by ja, Waldfrucht Instant Getränk. Hey, hydrate. Not actually sponsored. But drink something. Don't dry out. So, back to the miniature. Mm-hmm. What else? What else? What else? Mm-hmm. Out here. Barely touching. Painting super fine line. There we go. Jetzt geht's los. In later years, I was not a big fan of edge highlighting in general. I was really bad at it. But over time, I have learned to appreciate it. a little bit. I'm still not super great at it, but I'm getting there. More and more experience, the better it gets. So, if you have any topics that you would like to talk about, or me to talk about, feel free to mention them. I'm really bad at constantly talking. I don't know what to talk about. Maybe give me some pointers. Maybe some questions, some painting related questions, or questions in general. A rant about GW bottles is always great. Well, I can't really rant about GW bottles because I like GW bottles. Sorry. I can rant about dropper bottles. I hate them with a passion. What was your favorite ever painted miniature? What do you mean? A painted miniature that I've seen from somebody else, or my painted miniature? What was the miniature I was most happy to paint? Dang it. Made a mistake. Quickly. And which one do you badly want to paint one day? That you did yourself? Well, good question. My favorite miniature that I've ever painted. Mm, I would say, uh, hmm, really good question. I have so many painted miniatures. The one that I'm most proud of. It's like choosing your favorite child. It's quite possibly an impossible task. Um, huh. maybe one of my dreadnoughts for my Crimson Vow. I'm really proud of those. Maybe my Land Raider, Redeemer. He looks really cool. I love my. Let's go to my Instagram, shall we? There we go. So, let's see. What miniatures am I proud of? So, let's scroll down a bit. Yeah, this one I'm really proud of. The Dreadnought, the Blood Angels Dreadnought. Then, yeah, here, this Terminator is also a really cool one. Favorite painted by someone else then? Oh, that's also hard. Let's go to my saved. So here's what I'm gathering miniatures that I'm inspired by. So here are some non-metallic metal stuff. Something from Bahoon. This one here is great. Oh, this one I like a lot. This one here. This Titanfall Gundam style Tau battle suit. This one's great. Also this one here. Awesome Terminator. The scratches here, that's so cool. The weathering here on the shield. Quite different from my style. This Stormcast here is immaculate. Look at this sword here. So I could never be a judge in a painting competition because I like so many stuff. And also so many different styles of painting. So you have uh, something like this here. Super clean non-metallic metal against something like this. This is super weathered. I like both for the same reasons or for different reasons. I can't explain. So I could never judge a painting competition. Definitely not. This one here is also really cool. Moody gold here. So let's just pick. Okay, this one is my favorite. Ta-da! You have it. You have your answer. So why I like Instagram is point one for my own miniatures to show off and also have a gallery. So I don't need to have a website. So all these Squarespace commercials are peeling off of me because I already have a gallery. Here, ta-da! There's my gallery, and it's wonderfully curated by Instagram itself. And on the other hand, I can gather all the stuff that I really, 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 really like to get inspiration from. So, I think this gold is almost done. I've done most of the edge highlights already. Are you seeing something that I've missed? yeah, I've missed one crucial thing. The glazing part. You see, I've painted here also some non-metallic metal. Here I tried to paint in a different style the gold. You see here, this is more of a scratchy gold. And here I've tried to make this super smooth blended gold. Also here on the hammer. And here on the hammer I've also glazed over it with some Imperial Fist contrast paint. Yeah. I only show my painted minis to my girlfriend and then she hugs me. That's a good reason. Definitely. So, by the way, I can highly recommend this brush here. The Da Vinci size 4 Harbin Kolinsky, number 1526Y. This is the best Kolinsky brush on the market, and it is relatively inexpensive. So you don't have to pay 30 or 40 euro for a really good brush. This one retails for about 9 euro. So I can highly recommend this brush here. Also, these here are unfortunately out of production. I used them quite a lot from Italeri size 3. I have several of them, and over the years they ended up then like this. But if you come across those here, here's the number for them. So you can pause the video and search for the number. It's an Italy size 3. I really like the bulked up wooden handle here. It's really nice in your hand. Then here we have another Da Vinci Mastero Kolinsky, Tubolsky Kolinsky. This one here is a bigger brush, even if it's same size 4. This here has a little bit more bulk in the bristles, and also the wooden shaft here is a little bit thicker. It's a little bit better in the handling than this one here. These are my favorite brushes. Well, I'm streaming for almost 1 hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, I think I will stop the stream soon. So if you have any further questions to ask me, then go right ahead while I'm still here. I hope this video helped you get a little bit of inspiration to paint your own gold varnish spray. Actually, I really don't like to varnish my miniatures. Um, I haven't come across a varnish that is to the specification that I really like. I have a varnish here that is supposed to be matte, but it's really shiny in the end. It's miniature. It has that on it. So, let's see here. Um, on this miniature, there I have varnished it with the varnish that I have. It's supposed to be matte, but it's really glossy. And here is the same miniature. I've gone over it now with some here a Vallejo matte base, and that finally removed all the shine from the varnish. So if you don't like glossy miniatures, then I highly recommend to leave your fingers off the varnish. Here again, this one was ultra shiny, and with a matte base I could turn it down quite a lot. So I don't like shiny miniatures, and therefore I rarely varnish. So never used, always thought about it, but always was afraid of ruining my paint job. Any tips and tricks? Grüße aus den Niederlanden, greetings from Holland. Yeah. Greetings back from Germany. Yeah, for protection reasons, you can go with any varnish out there from Games Workshop. The varnish is fair to use, or the one from Army Painter. You can go for whatever you like. If you like the shiny finish, then go for it. If you don't, then use a matte medium, watered down, cover your miniature after that, and you get a matte finish again if you prefer matte finishes like this. That's my tip. Greetings from Thailand. Oh, we have a new chatter. You are here. Welcome. I'm about to close up the stream, actually. Sorry. Half around the world, yeah. Well, in Thailand, that must be around 4 a.m. right now for you, if I guess correctly. 3, 4 a.m. The problem with my streaming schedule is to get the main part of my audience. I would have to stream between 3 and 4 o'clock in my local time. It's okay, I will watch another video of yours. Just wanted to say hi. Yeah, in a few minutes the VOD should be up. Then you could also watch that. And another streamer, yeah, Red Stewart 69007, very cool NMM tutorial. NMM always was very intimidating. Hopeful soon I will have the courage to try it out. Yeah, just grab a random test miniature and go for it. Yes, 4:30 a.m. It's nuts working US hours living in Thailand. Yeah. Germany, I'm basically right smack in the middle of my audience. You have America on the one hand, and then Australia on the other hand, and then some viewers of Europe in the middle. And it's hard to find a time zone where, well, I could satisfy all my viewers and myself a good time to make a stream. Yeah. Um, I hope you like this little stream of me where I paint a little bit of non-metallic gold. And I wish you all a nice time zone. And we see us in the next video. Alexandra. Bye.